Hello there, friend. On today's video, we are going to be talking about tips for flipping your first house. Okay, welcome, Jerry Norton here. Welcome to Real Estate Freedom TV. And I'm here at home, and it's kind of weird because my wife and 8 kids are not home. So it's like really quiet around here. I'm not used to that. Super quiet. So just you and me sitting in the kitchen. And I want to take some time here on this video and talk to you and share some tips for flipping your first house. So if you're watching this video, you're probably interested in learning how to flip houses. Maybe you've been doing some learning, some education. Hopefully you've been watching some of my other videos. If you haven't, subscribe to the channel. You'll get notified every time we do new videos. We do them like daily. So you can learn a lot about how to get started in this business. My goal and my purpose of this channel and of these videos is to really help you achieve true freedom in your life, to live your dream life and do it with real estate. What I love about what I teach and my methods and my strategy for real estate is it's make money now strategies, not in a year or 5 years or 10 years, but right now. And that's what I love so much about flipping real estate. And so we're going to be talking about that. So if you haven't yet done your first deal, let me share with you a few things that are really, really important. Things that I kind of wished I had known when I first got started, some limitations that I faced and that most people face when they get started. The first thing and the most important thing that I see happen, and I've worked with thousands of investors all across the country get started making money in real estate, the number one thing I see is a fear associated with making offers. Okay, a fear to make offers, right? So let's think about it. You got these steps, right? You got to find a deal, you got to analyze it and crunch the numbers, you got to, contact the seller and negotiate and, make an offer, put that offer in writing and get that seller to agree to your price and get that contract. Once you have that contract, then you can wholesale it or you can get funding and fix and flip it, and you have options. But getting to that point where you have the contract, and what I see time and again is people are like, you know what? I'm learning and I don't have everything figured out. Like I don't have my funding figured out. I don't even know that many cash buyers to wholesale the deal to. And so I'm looking at deals and I'm analyzing deals and I'm busy and I'm doing things and I'm kind of like, in going down that road to eventually maybe someday do a deal, but I'm afraid to make that offer. I'm afraid to actually put an offer in writing in front of a seller, because what if they accept my offer? Now what do I do? How do I fund it? How do I find a cash buyer? What do I do if I get a deal? Now it sounds kind of crazy. Maybe you're like, oh man, that's my problem. I totally get that, Jerry. I face that fear every day. But some people are like, well, duh, how else are you going to get a deal if you don't make an offer? But I see this limitation, I see this fear come out so often. I want to change your mindset completely around making offers, around the whole idea and the purpose behind making offers. Okay, so here's the thing. Most people think of making an offer, the reason why I make an offer or we would make an offer is so that we can get a deal, right? Sounds pretty straightforward. You make an offer so you can get a deal. No, I want you to completely eradicate that idea from your mind. We do not make offers to get deals. That's not why we make offers. Okay? Hear me out here. Stay with me. The reason why we make offers is to identify if we have a motivated seller. That's it. That's the only reason why we make an offer. We want to know, is the seller motivated? How do we know if they're motivated? You will never know if they're motivated unless you put an offer in front of them, unless you actually make an offer. I'm not just talking about like, a pie in the sky, but a written offer that says, I will buy your house for this price. Okay? Once you do that, once you put it in front of the seller and you say, I will buy your house for X dollar, now you allow the opportunity for that seller to uncover, to tell you if they're motivated. How do you know if they're motivated? You know by the way they respond to your offer. How do they counter? What do they do? That's how you know. So let me give you an example. Let's say I make an offer for a property, and let's say the seller's asking $99,900, $100,000. They're asking for the property. And you run your formula and you determine that your buy price for that to be a good deal is $65,000. Now most people would go, "Oh man, I don't want to offend anybody. Oh, how can I offer 65 if they're asking 100? I'm just not going to make that offer. I'm going to go look for, an easier deal." No, make the offer. Here's what happens. You put that offer for $65,000 in front of that seller. And now if they counter back at $98,000, okay, they're not motivated. Now you know. No big deal. They said no, or they countered back at 98. You're at 65. No deal, big deal. Move on, right? But let's say that they counter back at 75,000. What did you just learn? They went from 100 to 75. You just learned something very valuable. You learned that they are motivated. How do we know they're motivated? They came down $25,000 off their list price with their counter. Now, maybe 75 still doesn't work, and that's not a deal yet, but at least you found out if they're motivated. Again, the only way to know if a seller's motivated is to make offers. I look at the offer making process in this business as just a way to uncover motivated sellers. I will make 50, 75, 100 offers in a month to get a couple deals. And I don't care, it's fine. I'll take 98 no's to get 2 yeses. Would you? If each deal has a $40,000 profit on the deal, would you make 98 offers to get 2 deals? Would you make 100 offers to get 2 deals that were worth $40,000 each? Or if you're wholesaling, $10,000 each, would you do that? Would you go through that work? Well, yeah, of course you would. That's a lot of money, especially if you can learn how to make your offers quickly and not spend a lot of time doing it. So I want you to completely change your mindset around making offers. I want you to become an offer-making machine. Just make those offers, make those offers. I've had sellers say to me, go play in traffic, Jerry, go pound sand. And I don't care. It just rolls off me like water on a duck. I don't care, because I know that if I make offers every once in a while, 5% of all transactions in real estate are motivated sellers. I'm just looking for the 5%. I know if I make enough offers, I'll get enough deals. It's just a numbers game. That's it. It's just a numbers game. If I can make 100 offers and pick up a couple deals, I will do that all day long, and so should you. So don't worry about everything else. Don't worry about funding. Don't worry about a cash buyer. Don't worry about steps 3, 4, and 5. Just do step 1, which is get to the offer. Make that offer. In my mind, if someone is making offers, you now are a real estate investor. Everything you do in this business up to the point where you actually make an offer is one big giant waste of time, right? Honestly, the whole, it's just a necessary evil to get you to an offer. So I look at the business and I say, lead generation, analyzing, all of it is just how quickly can I do that so I can make an offer and find out if they're motivated. If they're motivated, great. Now we can dance. Now we can talk. Now I can spend a little bit more time looking at the deal and running the numbers. I will make offers sight unseen just to find out if there's a motivated seller. I will mail an offer to a seller and say, "You've never heard of me. You don't know who I am. I'm a local investor. Here's an offer. I will buy your house for $50,000. Just to see what they do, just to see if they'll call me and say, "Hey, I got this offer. Are you serious? Will you do that?" Yeah, I will. And I got to take a look at it and make sure, but I want you to know that I'm interested in buying your property. Will you sell it to me? And let's talk, right? So make offers, change your mindset around it. People say to me, "Jerry, I just can't get deals." First question I ask is, how many offers are you making? "Oh, well, I made, 1 last week." It's not enough. Make more offers and you will get more deals.